Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the season premiere of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So get comfortable, get you a snack, get you a drink, because we're about to get into it. Okay, you guys, this is season 13 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. They begin the episode with like the trailer of the entire season, and it looks like it's gonna be a good season, y'all. But the opening scene is Teresa, of course, with her boyfriend at the time, cooking. We see Melissa, Joe and her family, Margaret and her husband, Jennifer with the kids. She actually has a foot cast because she broke her toe. Dolores is talking about her new boyfriend with Gabby, and in that moment Frank walks in, and they're still trying to figure out how all three of them can get along. Jennifer and Dolores are not getting along though, and Dolores is confused why Jennifer is mad at her, but she's mad because she's mad. But overall, the beginning is just some like nice family scenes, like all the families interacting. So it's nice to see that. So Melissa talks to Joe because she's going to be having a party that's roller skating 80s theme, and she invited everyone. Tension is still strong with the Gorgas and Teresa. They talk about the wedding stuff, and they're still really upset about how the reunion played out, and they claim that they feel excluded and that Teresa is like putting them aside. Now, Teresa, on the other hand, is having like a get-together for her 50th birthday. So they're like cooking, Louis' mom and family come over, and it's great to see Teresa get along with her in-laws, like with the mom, with the sisters, like just being playful. And then, of course, her daughters are there. And Melissa and Joe are not there because they supposedly had plans. But Teresa actually says that she thinks that it's not so much Joe, but it's more Melissa that wants to have this division. But the day comes for this rollerblade 80s party. Frank actually has a girlfriend, but I do love seeing them all like get along. Like, I'm referring to Frank, Dolores, and their new partners. Like, I'm glad they're able to have like, even though of course it's always going to be awkward somehow, but I'm glad like they can at least be in the same room and be friendly. Margaret is asking Melissa about Teresa because they don't like her. And Teresa does arrive. They were wondering if she was going to. And Teresa does mention that she wants to change this season. She doesn't want to be so reactive as she's been in the past. In this rollerblading party, we do get to see new housewife Danielle, who is somehow like in Teresa's family extended family tree. Like Teresa mentioned that she was married to somebody related to Caroline Manzo. So they're not related, but like they're somehow interconnected. Jennifer arrives. Her and Dolores don't say one word to one another. We also meet the other new housewife, Rachel, who is good friends with Melissa. So it kind of like each one kind of has like their own friend in a way. Teresa invites Marge to her house though, which is surprising. It's surprising to Margaret especially because it's a really nice gesture and they didn't end things well. So it kind of takes her aback, but she agrees. Then Dolores mentions to everybody that she wants to do a calendar with all the guys. So Jennifer, like she is addressing Jennifer in the moment, but Jennifer is mad that that's the only thing that she said to her all day. But Dolores is like saying that it's been Jennifer who has been walking away from her the entire day. But it looks like they all did have a pretty good time, so that's good. And then days later, Teresa welcomes Margaret into her house and her husband as well. All four of them are there. And she tries to explain herself and she really wants to start over with Margaret. Margaret, though, she's like resisting a little. I don't know if it's because she doesn't believe her or if she's still mad at her. But Teresa is making sure that she knows that she truly is being genuine. And like even invites her to the wedding and apologizes and mentions that moment they had when they were like bonding over her mom's passing, like that was so special, and like she wants to go back to that. So based on that scene, it looks like they're like in a good path to like maybe start over this friendship as the season continues. But next we have the men photo shoot for the calendar. I gotta say though, part of me feels a little bit bad for Jackie, who got demoted, but she's still in there. Like she's been in all the events. And for this particular one, the men photo shoot for the calendar, everyone is there. Every housewife and both friends are here for this photo shoot for their husbands. I gotta say though, every interaction that Teresa has been having with Joe this far has been horrible. Like, they even barely say a word. Like, it's just like, hi. Like, it's so bad. And moving along though, even though this is Dolores's event, Jennifer arrives and she didn't even say hey to Dolores. Margaret though goes up to Melissa and reports everything that was said on her visit to Teresa's house and mentions some of the negative things that were said about her and Joe, because Melissa and Louis were saying a couple things about them. And Margaret goes and tells them everything, and that makes them very mad. So like I mentioned, there is some tension between Dolores and Jennifer. So Jennifer is talking to the newbies about her situation with Dolores. And Rachel says something to Dolores' defense, and Jennifer snaps at her. But in a way, it kind of makes me think that maybe Jennifer wants to talk to Dolores, because she even cries a little and gets a little emotional. And I don't think if there was somebody that you really didn't care about, I don't think you would get emotional over it. So I think there is some love there. So Rachel goes and tells Jennifer that she should talk to her, but she doesn't want to make the first move. I gotta say though, I like both new housewives, but poor Rachel was just attacked by Jennifer, and she was also attacked by Jackie, because they were like in the middle of the conversation, and then Jackie just says, "You haven't looked at me this entire time." And then Rachel's so confused, she's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and Jackie's like, "Yeah, you haven't. That's not good people skills." And I thought that was so unnecessary, like just because she wasn't looking at her. But anyway. While Jennifer is talking to Melissa, because she's talking to everybody about this situation with Dolores, except to Dolores. She's telling her everything, but Dolores can actually hear every single thing that's being said. So she's like, what is this, 3rd grade? So she's like, you know what, enough with the BS. She goes straight up to Jennifer and they talk, but it doesn't go well. Jennifer's not willing to listen, and they both start to say that they're not nice to each other, and Dolores says that you don't know how to be a friend. Before you know it, Jennifer storms out and they are screaming across the house and making a scene in front of everyone. Jennifer leaves the house cussing at her and insulting her, which I didn't think that was cool. Like, I mean, she was calling her all sorts of B's and that how she looked and this and that. So that did not get resolved. And that was basically the main things that happened during this episode. I gotta give it up to this episode. I think that from now on, every housewife like premiere should be like this. Have multiple events, have some drama, have some entertainment, have like some light scenes. I really enjoyed it, and I also really enjoyed like just the overall feeling of the season. It feels really fresh, very, I don't know, I think it's going to be a good season. Some of the things might be a little tiring, like to see Melissa and Teresa and all that, but I am excited, and I gotta repeat myself also. I like the new girls. I like Danielle and I like Rachel. I think they have a lot of potential, and they're actually very young. One of them is like barely turned 30, I think. So I can't wait, but let me know what you guys think of this episode, and what do you think about Dolores and Jennifer? Whose side are you on? Let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be here talking about all of our favorite reality TV shows, so I'll catch you guys next time.